Alright guys, well I'm down here today with a torture test of the Premier Body Armor backpack panel. This guy is an impressive backpack panel that I've tested in the past that comes in various sizes for a custom fit or a generic fit in whatever backpack or kind of laptop bag you may have. This guy stopped an insane amount of rounds last time. I think it was up to 40, 9mm, 45 ACP, and 357 Magnum. But what I want to do today is just skip past the small stuff and do a torture test using buckshot and slugs from a 12 gauge shotgun and 357 Magnum out of this 357 Magnum revolver. So that's going to be an impressive test to see what this guy can take. Just brute force wise, raw punishment, and see how much it can withstand. Today I'm going to be shooting it with my SE-122B tac from TR Imports. This is a Silver Eagle semi-automatic 12 gauge shotgun, and this is a TR Imports 357 Magnum. Also I want to talk about the fact that I have that coupon code 704 Tactical for 10% off of any Premier Body Armor plate. If you like these types of armor, at the end of the video, remember to use that coupon code 704 Tactical for 10% off. So let's set this test up. I've got the Premier Body Armor backpack panel. I'm going to slide it into this leather laptop bag. This is a pretty cool option because you can see it really takes up the entire length of the laptop bag, and you can really use this to defend your life. So let's set this guy up and torture test it. First up guys, 6 shots at 357 Magnum at about 10 yards. Let's see how this plate does. Knocked it right off. Let's reset it back up and shoot it. I think I have it strapped on a little bit better. I'm gonna finish up these 5 shots. Let's go check it out, guys. Moment of truth. And nothing went through this plate, guys. You can see it's all puffed out, and you can see the holes. Actually, let me get out of the shadow for you. But you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think we may shot a little bit low and missed the plate completely. But all of these 3 were right here together. Absolutely nothing went through. So that is really cool. There's no tearing out of the back. Let's set it up and shoot it some more. All right, guys, 6 more shots at 357 Magnum. Whew. Let's go check it out. So I'm shooting a little bit low again, maybe just the way the sights are set up. So let's pull this plate out and see if any went through. And nothing, guys. Again, it's bulged out, but it is stopping all of that 357 Magnum. So let's count our shots, flatten it back out. So far we have 1 right there on the edge. It stopped the edge shot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So all 6 of those were hits, and I'll see a lot of them caught at the bottom and the edges, but this plate still stopped those 357 Magnums. So 11 shots in, let's keep blasting it. Now for some Double-Aught buck. I've got a Remington Double-Aught buck shell loaded up, 9 pellets in here, 10 yards. This thing hits hard. Let's give it a try. Oh man, let's go check it out. So we hit right here at the top of the plate. Let's pull it out. So it budged itself up. But let's flip it around and see. And nothing made it through. That is awesome. So it's already been torn up with 357 Magnum 11 times. Then it takes a buckshot hit directly at 10 yards. All the pellets right here. And it catches everything and still goes strong. Let's shoot it some more. 1 more shell, a Double-Aught buck. Whew. I think I might have shot a little bit high on that one or to the right. These sights are definitely not sighted in for 10 yards since the height over bore is so big. But let's take a look and see. Yeah, guys, I shot high, all of this in here, but I will pull the plate out and see. And yeah, we just completely missed the plate. Actually, I think it hit it once right there, but it did stop it. You could see nothing went through. So I just completely missed the plate. So let's reset it up and hit it again. So here is a Winchester Magnum Slug. Let's give that a try, see how that does. Oh man, let's go look. That is a devastating dead center hit. but did the plate stop it? You can see it puffed out. Lay it down right here. It split the paper, but it did not split the canvas, so, or the nylon or Cador, whatever they're using. So that guy stopped that slug dead center after all of those hits. Let's keep going. Here's a Magnum Shell, 9 pellets of Double-Aught buck. Let's pull this guy out and see. Surprise, surprise, nothing went through. Try to get out that shadow out of there for you guys. So this thing is getting hit after hit after hit, and man, it just keeps on going. One more Magnum Shell of Double-Aught buck. Pull this guy out. So we have a split right here, but nothing actually went through. Let's try to focus in on you guys. I don't think anything went through. I believe that's just a split. And here is an edge shot. So it looks like there was actually no material right here on the edge since it's folding up now. But so this one kind of just barely poked through the slide, but I'm not going to count that because the Kevlar wasn't there. The actual integrity of the plate itself, everything through here is good to go. And again, in the back, this is not actually a puncture, it's more of just a split right there, but we'll investigate further. But that is really cool. Again, 9 more pellets and I'm gonna keep shooting it. Last shotgun shell for the test. This is a Magnum Slug. All right, guys. Another solid hit, and you can see how peppered this guy is getting with bullet holes, but did it stop that slug? Oh man, so look at this, guys. The slug is caught in here, so it definitely kind of just ripped through and punched through the back layer, but you can feel the slug, it's super hot actually, is caught inside that Kevlar. So that is really impressive. So all of this damage on the front, 2 slugs, I mean side by side, and it stopped it. It definitely caught the slug. Now you would be a little bit sore, definitely put a dent in the jug right there, but it stopped the slug. All right, guys, so let's do a quick recap before I cut this guy open. I started off shooting it at it 12 times with a 357 Magnum and missed one time a little low. So 11 were hits and it stopped the 357 Magnum. Now, at this point, I'd consider that a pretty darn good torture test of a soft body armor plate. 11 shots of 357 Magnum and nothing went through. That is awesome. But then I started shooting it with some buckshot. So I actually shot it and hit it with 3 shells. With Double-Aught buck, so that's actually 27 pellets, and you add the 11 to it, that's 38 shots, and then 2 slugs brings it up to 40 projectiles total actually hit this plate. And let's go over the damage. So it actually captured that last one, but it did split the seam and protrude about 1 inch, but it did actually stop the projectile, and it is inside. We'll cut that open in a second. Something passed through the material itself, but the Kevlar is no longer here. It's kind of pulled in. And that happened after a lot of shooting. This kind of shrinks in on itself. But if you're getting hit with like 30 projectiles, expect the plate to degrade over time. But the integrity of the center of the plate held firm. And then I have a split here. I don't think this was a pass-through, but again, we will check on that. The Kevlar is feeling a little bit small and loose in this area. But let's cut it open and see how it looks. So I've cut the top off, and I'm going to pour and pull this Kevlar out. So that is awesome, guys, and you can see on the back where the Kevlar is, the only thing that we have is a split right here, and this where the slug came through, but the Kevlar actually stopped it. So let's cut this open and take a look at all the rounds. All right, guys, so I cut the top of this off, and a lot of them after they got shot fell to the bottom, and I collected them out of the bottom. But look at all these projectiles. I'm gonna go start taking this apart, peeling it back, and collecting everything so we can get an official count of actually what was trapped inside projectile wise. So let's get all these out of here and start peeling back the layers and see what we have. This is just super impressive. And this is why I trust my life to Premier Body Armor. This is why I actually carry this stuff in a lot of my backpacks. There's been other stuff that's been floating around, but I've done the independent torture tests on this stuff, and it just works time and time again. There's another 357 Magnum. And that slug is actually, see, it trapped it. It is buried in here. So that is really cool. Try to focus in on that for you guys. And here is the second slug. So those things are weighty. It's just really, really cool. So at this point, you guys can see, it's actually not even breaking through these back Kevlar layers. A lot of them were trapped in the very first Kevlar layer, and you can see how it kind of pulls itself in and shreds itself apart, but most of those rounds were stopped in that first Kevlar layer. So there it is, guys. About 38 independent projectiles were stopped by this, including 11 357 Magnums, I recovered all of them, and 2 huge slugs. This thing is a beast of a plate, and again, you can use that coupon code 704TACTICAL for 10% off of any Premier Body Armor order. I mean, this stuff works, and I test it all the time. It seems like these guys are always saying, hey, here's a plate, try it out, see what you think, and they're always coming up with really cool stuff. This, in fact, I think, was some of their new covering that they put over these plates that's water resistant and just very durable. So I hope you guys liked the video, and if you have, please check out my other ones and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.